Alright, let's look at the homework 6.4, problem number 6. Alright, so let's look at that. Alright, a bucket that weighs 3 pounds, so bucket itself is 3 pounds, and a rope of negligible weight, so it's nice and thin, used to draw water from a well that is 7 feet deep. Right? Bucket is filled with 36 pounds of water, so it has 36 pounds of water in the beginning, then pulled up at the rate of 2.5 feet per second. Right? Water leaks out of a hole in a bucket at the rate of 0.25 pounds per second, so there's a leakage. Find the work done in pulling the bucket to the top of the well. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, let's say we're going to look at the bucket at a certain point. So say bucket is so at the bottom, I'll say it's at 0 feet, and at the top is 70 feet. Right? So let's imagine a bucket being, say, right here. Right? Say y feet up. So at this point is y feet up. Or maybe yi star if you want. Alright, at this point, let's see, how much water does it have, or what would be the weight, right? So if you look at this information here, so this is the leakage information, right? Then originally, it's going to have 3 pounds for bucket and 36 pounds of water, so the total of 39 pounds of weight is there originally, but because of the leakage, it's going to actually decrease a bit, right? So it decreases at the rate of 0.25 pounds per second, but we want to know how much water is going to be lost per feet. So as you go up, so we can actually combine these two pieces of information together. So what we can do is, okay, so we have a 0.25 pounds per second, but we divide it by, since this is going up at a rate of 2.5 feet per second, right? So you can see that we can just cancel. So per second cancel. And let's see, if you do 0.25 divided by 2.5, it's just 0.1, right? So this divided by that is just a 0.1. Right? So this will give us, right, it's decreasing at the rate of 0.1 pounds per feet. Right? So the force is going to be force at yi star is going to be, all right, originally you have 39 pounds because 3 plus 36, then it's decreased at the rate of 0.1 pound per feet. So we went up yi star feet. So we have that. So that would be the force, right? Then we think of we want to think of work. So we are going up just a little bit. So let's call it the delta y. Right? So if you want to have a work, then you have, so just moving delta y would be 39 minus 0.1 yi star, then you multiply by delta y, right? But since we have to go from all the way from 0 to 70, so we have to add those pieces of work up. So going from 1 to n, then you take the limit as n approaches infinity. So that would be the work. And we can easily rewrite this integral as, the summation limit sum as integral going from 0 feet to 70 feet Alright, then you have a 39. 39 I meant. That's backward. Minus 0.1 y. And delta y becomes dy. Alright, so let's start filling the answer in here. Alright, so summation, so this is going to be simply 39 minus 0.1, and then we should probably use, they're actually using xi, so instead of yi, I'm going to use xi. Alright, about that. Alright, then integral is going to be 0 to 70, and we have 39 minus 0.1, right? 0.1x, sorry. Yep. Alright, then we want to evaluate the integral. Before that, let's double check that we're in the right direction. So submit for testing. Alright, it came back and looks like we got this far, correct this far. Alright, so let's find the integrals to find the work. Alright, so antiderivative is going to be, I'm still using y, so it should be fine. So antiderivative of 39 would be 39y, and minus, let's see, 0.1 and y squared over 2. And then we're going from 0 to 70. Alright, so we plug in 70, so it's 39 times 70 would be what? 39 times 70. Alright, so it's 0, 63, 21, right? So 2,730 minus, right? So we have, let's see, 70 squared would be 4,900, and multiply by 0.1, so it's going to be 490. Then divide by 2, so 245. Right, so you have a 245. And if you plug in 0, it's all 0, so we just have to do the subtraction. Right, 10 minus 5 would be 5, and 12 minus 4 would be 8, and 6 minus 2 is 4, and 2 minus 0 is 2. Right, so we have this one is foot pound. Right, so that's the amount of work that requires to lift the bucket all the way to the top. Right, 2485. So let's plug it in. 2485. Right, check for submit for. Alright, it came back and we got this one correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.